What is up, Moody?
My sisters are in town. That's what's up.
That's
Just to address whatever you're going to hear in the background of the pod, more than likely. That's what it is. So,
well, that's a special episode 79.
yep.
It's super late. We should have started this like hours ago, but we keep talking about we want to start these episodes earlier, but then every time we start these episodes later. So,
Well, I mean, there's, like I said, people over. It's extenuating circumstances
yes,
to the normal.
that will be our excuse for this week.
But to episode 79, Hall of Fame Rosie Brown, Giants offensive lineman, and the MLB National League MVP Jose Abreu wore 79. And we got Andre Markov, defensive wing for the Montreal Canadiens, known for actually offensive production as a defensive man and longevity. So I guess sort of playing out of position. Low key, not out of position, but you know what I'm saying? Like, not what you're supposed to be doing. It's like being the best, like, you know, what you would think, 3-point shooting center, you know, like 15 years ago, basically.
Anthony Towns now.
Yeah, exactly, right. But there you go. Those are your 79s.
All right. You have anything? We don't have anything written down for Sunday Percy.
I just told you my Percy.
Yeah, I don't have anything in particular, and I think we could probably get the show started.
I'm just happy. My Percy is I'm happy it's about to be a short episode too.
Quick episode.
Yeah.
Efficient, I will say.
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit.
I would say my tag part. Roll the avenue.
Follow us here.
Episode 79 of the Wrestling Rhea podcast. New Year's week.
Yep.
2026. A lot of shakeups, a lot of things happening on both AEW, TNA. This is their last week on Access before they go to AMC next week.
Yeah, good to remind me of that.
Yeah.
That's a big deal for them.
Yeah, a lot of title changes and roster shakeups on WWE side. AEW having some great matches. So good thing is we also don't have pop-ups for like at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I know we have a Saturday night main event in a couple weeks, but then
yeah.
I don't know when the next AEW pay-per-view is, but I know they have some theme shows going on. But
yeah,
at least we get to start off the year, not pop-up show heavy. Like
it's funny because it's like we just came off a winter break, but it's almost like post-winter break. It's like, at least in our wrestling sense.
Yeah.
Sort of. But yeah, listening to the show, we had the flagship. I mean, you beat me to the analysis of it, everything this week.
Yeah, with the Stranger Things crossover, the 1-year anniversary on Netflix. It was supposed to be their big show. They ran in Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good show.
I mean, just to the Strangers thing of it all, I'm sure there was like effects on the screen or something. Was it visual effects and stuff? I remember seeing Bailey exclusively having like a Strangers Things like t-shirt on.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Corey Graves had a Hellfire's Club shirt on. Like, it was small stuff. It was nowhere as in your face as it's typically been when they've had these crossovers. So,
yeah, that's
like the stage area, they kind of had it kind of Stranger Things kind of decked out with the graphics on the the main stage when it wasn't a wrestler coming out. But yeah, nothing too crazy to my that it would take you out of the show. No, but yeah, I thought the rest of the matches, there were some pretty entertaining matches. Specifically, I mean, we could start with the main event. Punk versus Braun. Punk retaining his title against Braun. And it's funny because I think I said last week, I gave this a little bit more of an edge of winning, of Braun actually dethroning CM Punk for the title.
And I agreed with you too.
And I felt probably, I think I said probably like 60%. 40% Punk.
And I was 70-30.
Yeah. And as I was watching the match, I was like, okay, I actually like the storytelling that they're kind of doing here with like Punk being so experienced. And this is Braun's first title match, on the main roster, fighting for a title and stuff like that. And
for
the history of his family just kind of coming up short winning the title. So I was like, hey, he looked like he might do it. I still felt Braun could pull it out, but Punk was making me believe that he could pull it out just from veteran savviness. And so I do think watching it live and seeing it kind of feel like it was a toss up at that certain point, I was like, all right, this is pretty interesting. I really don't have any idea who's going to pull it out and win. CM Punk did it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm glad that we didn't have to go to the double GTS. Like I hit a GTS and then you're still on your feet knocked out and you rebound off the ropes. Kind of double GTS, but it was he caught him as he's going for the super spear. Because I mean, granted, he did just hit his other Braun's moveset is so awesome. Like he's so explosive, obviously. That's the operative word for him because he just hit CM Punk with his sort of like diving lariat he does from the turnbuckle to the announce table.
Yeah.
And CM Punk is, down and out, and he throws him in the ring, take the straps down, super spear loading, and then it's just like he just catches him with a knee. And then he just gets him up for one GTS. And it's just one that puts him down. But I'm like, okay, cool. But I was surprised that he pulled it out in the moment. CM Punk, because of that. Because I'm like, he's up here on the platter. But yeah, of course he's experienced. That makes sense. I'm not mad at it. And I still think, honestly, just to move the conversation forward past like just the match. The match was awesome, obviously. But he's still got time. And plus, I mean, if we're really gonna be making him like we think a next generation, him, Dom, like who's gonna be carrying the company after Roman, Seth, and like Gunther and shit, or Gunther's still here, but if we're really gonna do that, then sure, christen him at WrestleMania. Everybody wants that.
Did what it was supposed to do, and it was to make you believe that Braun Breaker could win this championship. Like we've been telling you can probably think about like, oh yeah, he's probably gonna win the championship at a certain point, but to be in a match. Even in coming out on a loss, you look like a legitimate contender that you just like, that's just inexperience that just got you. But I'm sure you're the type of character that would learn from your mistakes and get it the next time. Because he's not too far off from, winning the championship.
Absolutely. Because we said, I mean, we're still on the path right now. Because I remember we made the prediction. I don't know if it was you, me, or both of us, but directly after War Games, we were like, those are both of your main events for WrestleMania because it's like Roman winning the Rumble and Elimination Chamber. Maybe that's how Braun gets against CM Punk. Yeah, so maybe, it's like there you go, and he can get some help from maybe Bronson Reed is in there. Get some reinforcements or Logan Paul or something.
I mean, they try to interfere too as well in that match, and
that's what I was like. Yeah, that's
I will say. While it did feel like a 50-50, this match was like mid. Rising, standing on the edge of like Primo, because to go to the other mids, and this is why it made you believe that this was going to be a CM Punk retaining. You already had 2 title changes on the show.
Yeah,
with Becky defeating Maxine, getting back her U.S. title, her Intercontinental title, and Rhea and Io defeating the Kabuki Warriors to win the Women's Tag Team Championships. On that side,
I immediately want to bring up just the fact that like after we went to bed last night, I actually listened to Masked Man, so I actually caught what you were saying about the Triple B when they said that.
Yeah,
and he said exactly that too, where it's like that's the logic that you have, where it's like, oh, if you already had the 2, like obviously we're wrestling fans, so it's like if you had 2 title changes, you ain't gonna have the third.
You're not having 3
all 3 titles change. Yeah, like you're like dog, and especially the world title.
Yeah,
like, but. Yeah, that's where I was like, okay, yeah, that does make sense for sure. So, with hindsight, looking at it, you're like, okay.
But I mean, those matches
going into it, I was still banking on.
But those matches as well, though, the Becky retaining against Maxine, sucks that Maxine was only able to hold it for like, 2 matches. Yeah. But again, you could believe.
Exactly.
Like she proved it. She earned it.
She knows what it means to be a champion now. You know what I'm saying? She knows what it takes. So it's like. Even she's still young in her wrestling career, so like even in kayfabe, we're like, yeah, she did cheat. So it's like the rivalry continues, I believe. I mean, Becky's gonna talk her shit as she should, and that's the character loves to do. So, but I like to see. I mean, Maxine. I don't know how much longer do you think that they go, Maxine and Becky?
I can't see all the way up to WrestleMania. That'd be way too long.
No. But the title's got to be on Mania.
I mean,
Actually, that's a good question.
They might have that title match at Royal Rumble, unless like they just both join the Royal Rumble, and then they have something that pushes their conflict further.
Sure.
That it works itself into a Mania match.
Real quick, what do you think WrestleMania Women's IC title looks like?
Becky versus JC Jane.
Okay. She has been putting all the young girls over, so call her up, and I think she's in the works for a call up too. So, and speaking of call ups, we had Javon Evans.
Yeah, he got called up off camera. That was off. That was like on a commercial break.
Oh, okay. Well, we saw it, but either way, he's holding the contract, and he gets.
No, well, there's one where he came out with Adam Pearce, and they actually did it in front of the crowd, but that was during the commercial break.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about the Americano segment. Yeah. Okay. But that was funny though, because we talked about like, these guys are just. You asked me, do you think that they actually just know Spanish, or are they like studying real quick? And I'm like, I give them more credit than us in like being fluent in Spanish. So
I wouldn't put it past them that they are definitely trained to understand or at least speak the language as fluently as they do. Because I'm like, when did both Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate learn how to speak Spanish? I can believe what's his face, Ludwig
Kaiser,
Pete Dunne.
Yeah, with his thick, like he has like that Blackpool like thick ass accent. Like, Jesus, man. How does he sound?
The other thing that I really liked was you had this as a shake. Raquel taking out La Primavera, Stephanie Becker, who came out in a walking boot. I think Raquel could probably. I mean, it seems like there's been word that Stephanie doesn't need to be taken out for too long. Yeah, and she can come back pretty soon.
I was gonna ask, is it legit? I didn't know if this was just an.
Yeah, she posted a picture of like how it looked like, and it's definitely bruised up.
Oh, okay. So she does have like she need to rest up.
Legit, yeah. But they said apparently it's not supposed to have her out for long. Like, she doesn't need to vacate her title and whatnot. So, but I could still see Raquel Rodriguez winning it because again, that match against that triple threat from a couple weeks ago, Raquel she pretty much had it, and then Stephanie threw her out the ring and got the pin. So again, it's like she technically, whether you like her or not, technically should be the champion.
I don't know about sure.
Stephanie is hurt. She has a bum ankle, but you still took her out in a very dominant fashion that it looked very believable. That again,
for sure,
you're making me believe like she could pull it out and actually be the women's champion.
I mean, granted, no, I'm not trying to downgrade Raquel at all because I remember saying originally I was like, if she ever put her eyes on the IC title, I was like, she could be the dominant force of that. But like with them investing this time in her, and like since La Primera has been champion, we've become the Latina women's division. We're all getting like, we got the return of Nikki Bella getting title shots, and now Raquel being in matches. So yeah, definitely believable. Like she is like a legit powerhouse.
You think Liv or Roxanne cost Raquel?
I don't know. That'd be really selfish of Liv, but I mean, of course, that goes with her character. I don't know. She hasn't backstabbed. Wait, yeah. Well, she backstabbed Rhea, but that's the only one. So now would she do that? Jealousy? I don't know. I don't think so. I think she's. I would say no.
She didn't have her back.
To be honest,
she was out.
To be honest, I would say no right now. I would say I believe.
What about Roxanne?
Roxanne, that would be interesting. That would be like, what the hell is this about? But Liv and Raquel, I'm like, those are real sisters. When she says sister, I believe it. But, okay. Hey, I mean, she is a manipulative bitch.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, and then probably
I really enjoyed Raquel's beatdown. It made her look like a legitimate
strong, for sure.
I could see her winning the Women's World Heavyweight Championship this year.
Yeah, for sure. I think I could see that being on the schedule. I think the big thing is also like, obviously we're not at Mania yet, but like, that's where the season ends, right? So like I mentioned before, that first SmackDown that we saw, the first two women we saw was Tiffany and Jade. And I was like, okay, these are our women this year. So Raw after Mania, Ram, we'll be knowing But yeah, I could believe that for sure.
Speaking of Liv, we both had in Shake. Liv over Lyra in her first match back from injury, which I guess is like, yeah, of course she's not going to lose the match.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So,
and I mean, Lyra still being, I mean, great at ring. Like,
yeah.
I would just remember thinking though, like, she's still such a dumb face, like, because we get the spot of like the interference from Roxanne because it's just bound to happen, right? And then Bailey grabs a chair, they're scrapping. Bailey grabs a chair and
chases her out the arena, and then Lyra's like, what happened? And then
you saw what happened. Focus on the opponent, and you're up against the ropes. Like you don't know that's the condition for the special for her Oblivion. And then just amazing, like Rob Van Dam spike on the like Oblivion. It's like, see, that's what selling and working is all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to have those people that make that shit look devastating. Because like Liv is a smaller girl, but we can still, you know, if she hits that on Nia, that whole rivalry. That was tough. It was tough to believe that. But once we down with Lyra, and she's spiking her head on the ground like Rob Van Dam.
It's Nia like, now could definitely do it.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying in the believability sense because she's a, you know, because she's a dominant force. You know what I'm saying? But Lyra, like, yo, you know, you're small enough for this, and then bang. So great stuff. And I would say the best worked match on here. We didn't even cover it yet, but Rhea and Io winning the tag team championships.
Yeah,
from the Kabuki Warriors, and honestly, I didn't put it up here, but this would be primo. This would be my one primo that I would have.
They have this as a mid, just for the fact that I'm like, it's so hard not to see Rhea on anybody's side, let alone like Rhea and Io, and be like, oh yeah, they're not gonna win.
Yeah, like you said, War Games. We got Rhea, Io, and
Charlotte.
Charlotte and returning AJ Lee. It's like they're winning. Like, what are we talking?
What are we talking about? What we know. But yeah, kind of expected just for the fact that like Rhea is just so over.
Yeah.
And so is Io.
Insanely over.
And then so it's like, yeah, we're gonna put titles on them and have that be a thing that we can keep pushing. But yeah, I mean, let's see if it continues to have some added juice to the women's tag team division.
Yeah.
Because you know you're probably gonna get great matches out of it. If especially if like they do like an open challenge.
Oh yeah, I mean, and plus they've been investing with the star power. Like all these are all like former world champions that are in this division for the most part, or at least half of them are. Because you know Bailey and Lyra aren't, but she's a former IC champion already.
This would be a good look too if like say Lash and Nia ended up winning.
No, yeah, that's a great look for Lash.
And like Lash ends up getting the pin over Rhea.
Yeah, there we go.
That'd be dope. So, anything else from the flagship?
Nah, that's it.
Let's head over to the Bodega, NXT.
Yep.
Theme show, New Year's Evil. So we were supposed to start out the show with Blake Monroe getting her rematch against Thea Hale.
What a bitch. I love her.
But she ends up attacking Thea before the match even starts as she's making her way to the ring. And she ends up getting herself kicked out of the arena for the night.
It's funny because like Blake was so upset, like thinking like there's no repercussions for stuff like that. And I'm like, granted, it's funny because like obviously we understand that like, especially the ripple effects of like a clear botch, and we're seeing the ripple effects of that. I'm not mad at it, especially to see where we went later in the show. But Thea, like afterwards, like we see the backstage segment of her being like, oh no, I still gotta like, you know, defend the title. I gotta keep the open challenge going, you know. And I'm like, this ain't the US title where it has a history of that. I understand like we're trying to do that with the women's North American, but y'all just started, if anything, because I think it was Blake, right? It started it, right?
She's not the inaugural now.
No, she's not but I'm saying like as far as she was like, I'm bringing it back. Like
recently,
that was literally the first match or like the second match when she
and not really even bringing back because they just introduced the title.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like I'm like, for her to feel the conviction to be like, oh, I need to keep this like thing going, doesn't like I get wanting to be a fighting champion.
I think she just wanted to have a match that night.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I want to defend my title. I don't even care if I have to restart
Blake's,
you know,
challenge. Yeah.
That's how I kind of took it.
Sure, but she was hurt, and like Jordan Grace, we see her come up, and she's like, which I was like, Jordan, why are you even here? Like, she's just like, Ava, she made up her mind. Like, she just wants to do it. And I'm like, see your way out. You're not even.
I thought she was going to challenge for the title.
Yeah, but then, we'll get to it in the week that she graduated already.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that was announced on this show, too, at the end. When they were talking about at the end of the show, which we'll also get to. But yeah, no, another, though. Izzy Dame.
Yeah, to continue, Thea Hale still goes out there and is like, all right, I want the open challenge to start, and everybody comes out. We think it's Tatum Paxley because she comes out with her chainsaw and everybody parts like the Red Sea, but then you see the culling, the men.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I like it. Like men interfering in the women's business, like not physically holding them back, but like
physically imposing.
Yeah, being physically imposing enough to just stand there because it's Sean Spears that's in front of the women, and then you got Nico Vance. Yeah. That's like over near the ring bell. He starts the match supposedly because Izzy Dame is standing behind her, and that match was pretty short, but I called it like as we were watching, like just the setup near the end when they're sitting on the second turnbuckle, and I'm like, this is a Dame over right here. And sure enough, because I like it, Sky High is the finisher, but Dame over, good name. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, we got a new champion. That's the headline, or one of 2 headlines on this show.
Yeah. I gave Izzy Dame I guess double mids on this show. I think she looked really good in both the Tatum and Izzy match that she lost earlier in the night. It was like 20 minutes before even all this stuff happened. And I'm like, yeah, Tatum and Izzy are just good dance partners. Like, I like the storytelling, and I feel like that's kind of like one of those long-term feuds that might even carry over into like main roster. Yeah. I think you can always kind of fall back on those. And so, yeah, I hope this was the end of it. Doesn't seem like it's going to be in the end of it. Now it's going to seem like that's going to be Tatum kind of fighting for the North American Championship, maybe. But
once again, we got to see where her rogues gallery is. Who steps to Izzy?
Yeah, but either way, it's still going to be like I'm like, okay, I kind of understand it. Even though I'm like, maybe if this was not I wonder what the original plans was, and I guess like how did you work your way into this pivot, assuming that this was the pivot that they've made after Thea unexpectedly won the championship? Because everybody expected Blake to regain her title, but clearly that's not happened.
That's what I was going to say, is that also with that, is that I believe that there's already rumors of Blake getting called up like pretty soon.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
So I wonder if they're just like already like, screw it, skipping the next 6 weeks that they had or whatever. And they're like, yeah, you're good enough already. Because that's also what I was thinking, because it surprised me that Izzy won out of everybody, but I'm not mad at it at all. For sure. So, but the other big thing is that we had, one of our uppy winners going up against the nominee in the same category, but finisher of the year nominees, Fall of Grace and the Swanton 450. The Fall from Grace won. That was 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure that it went, or that good 12 minutes, not counting the entrances. And well, what was Ava doing backstage? Was she talking to the ladies or something? I just remember the assistant, what's his name, Robert Stone.
Yeah. She was just talking to like pretty much everyone in Evolve.
Oh, that's right. The Evolve, yeah, that's
pretty
right.
much getting
the called
up and stuff like that, because she was like, Jordan Grace is gone, Javon Evans is gone, Trick Williams is gone, and so it's like,
but Femi now, because we see Robert Stone run in and it's like, Ava, you see what happened? And she's like, no, what are you talking about? And then we see that clearly he vacated the title.
Yeah, just left it in the middle of the ring. Yeah, after his match,
which I thought was interesting. I mean, like, we get the message, like clearly, because that is the symbol of vacating. Just leaving it. But the fact that we didn't get it on TV, did you feel any type of way about that?
What do you mean we didn't get it on TV?
Like, I mean, him, like, usually when somebody vacates the title, it's always like some type of words, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I don't have anything to prove, which is why I'm leaving it down, or I'm injured, which is why I'm like vacating it. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I don't think, I think the way it was done was pretty well. It was done well. I don't think, like, especially with that character that Obafemi is, he doesn't necessarily need to say it in words to get the sentiment. And I think just him, just like, I've done everything.
Here. I'm glad you say that because that's exactly what I believe, and this is what leads me to my Reggie. Is that this is where it's a big fuck you to TNA because I'm like, you guys are never going to win a title. I mean, not to say that, like I told you before, like there's been other matches where I'm like, okay, you're way more likely to win an NXT title, but the fact that we get a defense and then a clear vacation, like you said, without words, that I'm just like, Leon Slater, that was small fries. Basically, that's kind of how it was. Just another. Like,
I have the match as a shake, and I can understand even putting it in Reggie because, spoiler alert, this is also my champion of the week. But yeah, watching this match and I watched this match in full, it was a squash match.
Yeah.
Leon had no chance at all.
But that's what you would think it would
maybe
go
like
to.
5 minutes of maybe like offensive action, and it was like other than that, Obafemi just dominated the entire match. Like he had no chance at all at winning that match. It was crazy. And so and then him vacating the title was like, I get it. It makes sense. I'm happy for Obafemi. Like he's been vignettes on both Raw and SmackDown. It seems like it's gonna be on Raw. But yeah. Spoiler, this is definitely a champion of the week at the end of it. So that's why it's shake, but I could definitely see why it's at Raw at Reggie.
What you got for the rest in the bodega? So you got JC and Kendall.
Oh yeah, JC and Kendall, that was a pretty good match. Again, Kendall Gray just
she's new Lyra to me.
Like, yeah, she's just super talented at such a young age and whatnot. So kind of wanted Kendall to pull this out. But maybe you just wait for that until like a bigger moment and not just have it on TV.
Who was it that she pinned? Was it Fallon? Or she tapped out? Well, I can't remember. She pinned or tapped out somebody.
I forget.
She tapped out because she does the cross
second, I believe in. Did she get a tap out or was it a pin?
No, I can't remember. I know her finisher usually is an armbar. Though. That's why I think it's a tap out. But either way, I just know she pinned one of them. That's why she's in like this whole like
she won the Iron Survivor.
Yeah, that's right. So she got pins in there for sure.
But yeah, again, another one where it makes you believe. Obviously, it's like, do you really want to like? She would have been a double champ, being Evolve Women's Champion. So it's like, all right, you really want to put her over, like, and have her hold these two belts?
That's all. I really like that promo from
she
her
ends
last
up,
week. Yeah.
Giving up the Evolve title and then just kind of making her whole focus of just getting the NXT Women's Championship. So again, I think it's more than sooner rather than later that Kendall Gray ends up getting this get back.
Here's my take. In 2026, I forget her name. Her name is like SJ Vasa, I think. I remember we had that clip of like, Ava talking to the Evolve people. And I'm like, there's a lineup and they're out there. Like I've seen SJ Vasa, the Samoan woman, the first women's Triple Crown or whatever. Just have her, just put all three of them on her.
Yeah.
Evolve, North American, NXT. I think she can be like a Nia Jax like dominant force, you know what I'm saying? Or like Asuka, combine her with Asuka and the body of Nia, basically. Just make her undefeatable.
Okay.
But that's not a prediction. That's a booking. That's like I'm just calling for a lot, obviously. Because I would say her and Callie Armstrong, we've already said she's been on NXT plenty. Jackson Drake is great. That's the kid that I showed you when he got champion of the week one week when he did that backflipping like DDT shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Like springboard, backflipping DDT. But yeah, there's some stuff up there, but I appreciate even just that little clip of like, hey, we got some kids graduating. Y'all are the underclassmen. Y'all are coming in, so we get to see. So she'll be one of them. I'm just saying she'll hold the title for sure, or like at least North American by the end of the year.
I'll be on the lookout. Last thing I have on here is we got a vignette for a French luchador. I
think I missed this.
Elio Lafleur is coming to NXT. He was going by another name when he was at AAA. So we've seen like one of his matches recently because he was at one of the AAA pay-per-views that we watched,
like Worlds Collide or like one of the partnership shows.
No, I think it was the one where Dominic fought what's his face?
Yeah, Titanes. Yeah, that was another one. Yeah, Titanes Lucha. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, just it was like, yo, there's a French luchador.
Okay. I'll look out for that too.
Yeah,
I'll go find
probably
that.
See him next week or within the next few weeks on TV. Definitely wrestling, but is that coming soon? I was like, I didn't know they have French luchadors.
Yeah, yeah, right.
They're like Axiom. He's not.
He's Spanish, but yeah, there you go. I mean, we got German luchadors. They're supposed to be Mexican, but clearly
That's
we got
the style that's what you're kind of you're mimicking. They're like a certain style that is associated with like what you would call lucha compared to like, oh yeah, this is like Japanese wrestling.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Wait. Oh yeah, Tyler Bate's also British. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say I thought they were because it's just Ludwig that's German, right? Yeah. Ludwig and Pete Dunne, because he's from British too. But
John Evans, you call him a lucha.
Yeah, hey, him and Leon Slater, and Leon Slater wears a mask too on his entrance too, which I love his entrance. That shit is fire. But you got any more?
No, that's it for me on the bodega.
Okay.
We can head straight to the coffee shop.
The uppy show of the year.
Yeah. Continued strong and another strong episode.
For sure.
No fall off. Best match, probably that's of the week. Moxley over Shelton.
Yeah. Shelton took Moxley to Suplex City for a bit there.
Yeah.
He gave him we counted 7 suplexes. And big news for wrestling fans, AEW on TV, big YouTube channel that you need to follow. So we got 5-minute clips back, at least a few. So as long as you subscribe to both, I can get the whole big picture.
It out there in the public, then they're gonna be like, "Oh, now we got
exactly
back down these 2 minutes."
Right.
Yeah, Mox and Shelton was really great. Went down to the last few minutes. Few seconds.
Yeah,
they had 1 minute warning, so you thought they were gonna end up in a tie, but Shelton ended up getting. He had him in an armbar or
a triangle choke,
and Mox just ended up pushing his shoulders down.
Yeah, with the leverage.
And ended up getting the 1, 2, 3.
Because that was, he had him on the ropes completely too. And the fact that they gave him the entire, because Continental matches have a 20-minute time limit, and we get the, click, 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 1 minute remaining. And honestly, in the moment, I thought Shelton was gonna at least draw because it's a title eliminator match. So as long as the champion doesn't beat you, then you get a shot. So I'm like, okay, we about to get Shelton in this, but nope. Granted, we want Bobby at the AEW title, so
but apparently Bobby's hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Bad. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, he didn't he tear a pec or something?
I'm not sure what.
Okay. He got big pecs. He'll be back in 2 weeks. But either way,
even harder.
Yeah, this was a great one-on-one match. Probably, honestly, low-key, I told you, I ran even Moxley to the ballot box with Worker of the Year, and this was Shelton as a singles guy being an AEW, this was probably his best match too. The best, most respected, we gave him a lot in this, you know what I'm saying? So Moxley barely gets
last year too. He could have been in there for Worker of the Year last year as a nominee that we just liked on because he had some bangers on just regular TV show matches. But no, definitely one of the top matches of the year, of the week, if not the best match of the week. Other one that we enjoyed as well, Jungle Jack and the Young Bucks over the Demand in a triple threat. Not a triple threat, but 3-on-3.
3-on-3, yeah. But with the Young Bucks, we get the return of their old school music, the Super Kick Party, which I love. They was hitting all the hits, yo. You mentioned before, we got the return of Jim Ross, and he was really impressed with the Gates of Agony. And as we were watching it, I was like, oh yeah, they were on point. You know what I'm saying? The timing of everything and shit like that. And the power spots also, Toa Leona, he had a great power spot where I think that pops Jim Ross when it was a triple Samoan drop that he did. He just had all 3 of them stacked up. I'm like, you see his legs shaking as he's walking to the middle. I'm like, insane power. That's 500 pounds at least he got on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and then, Ricochet by himself is just putting on top shelf matches. And then him and Jack Perry, they've had a really good kind of feud kind of going on. And we saw their match on, I think it was Collision.
Yeah.
When they went 1-on-1. And
I thought that was this episode.
Yeah. And it was just man, they got so much good chemistry between them.
Yeah. Yeah. They were.
I definitely do think I can see Jack
beating him for the title.
Yeah.
He is a former TBS champion. I mean, that's the problem with AEW. I mean, it still continues. Too many titles because I'm like, what does this mean now? You know what I mean? So that's the only problem I got.
National, continental, and international.
Yeah. Like what is all this? And I like even when we just had international and continental, but I thought we got rid of it with the unified. But it's like, oh no, these are actually separate. But anyway, don't want to beat them down. That's obviously a known point with AEW at this point.
I mean, WWE is the exact same. They got a lot of belts as well.
Yeah. They just need to work on the timing of because we got so many belts. It's like I said before. It's like you got your main your heavyweights, right? Like, which I would argue see them the least. You know what I mean? Like they should be your main attraction. So it's like if I get to see MJF is the champion now, for example, if he just comes out and does his shtick promo for a rivalry and then a match, and then we get the celebration, of course I beat him the next week. I shouldn't be able to see him for that's 2 weeks off for him after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna have to get me to have a valid reason to bring him back. But in that meantime, just actually put those other titles, put those in the main event. You know what I'm saying? Just during the week. You know what I mean? Because we know who's gonna lead the pay-per-views and stuff like that. So
double primos though.
Yep. But our mids, to get to our mids, probably my favorite, I'd say, is the Mercedes crashing out again. It's funny because we get the actual segment. I shouldn't say Mercedes crashing out because it's actually the celebration of the Babes of Wrath and them being tag team champions, and also Willow being the first women's double champion at the same time, TBS, after beating Mercedes. And before the festivities can get started, we get Mercedes a whole entrance from her too, which I thought was funny. I thought with her being sad. I mean, I understand
her mourning outfit.
Huh?
She was in her mourning outfit, like Xavier.
Oh yeah, mourning. Yeah, being sad. Yeah. I'm talking mourning time of day. Yeah. She was in mourning. Yes. Yeah. But it was all white though. She should have been in black.
Yeah, but then it was you just looked at Xavier's closet and just stole some stuff.
But
Sophie's closet.
Yeah, she had that white veil on covering her face, and Willow, which I thought was great, still being a face, being hey, you're the longest reigning TBS champion, you're a great champion, and come on, join the party, right? And then crashing out, wrecking everything. But she gets her comeuppance, gets a face full of cake, and then gets power bombed into the cake. So. Hey, that's what she gets, man. I mean,
decent segment.
Yeah. I like Mercedes and cake. It's my favorite
segment. Other segment, MJF and Bandito.
Yeah,
feuding over the diamond ring. I told you MJF
you were right.
Care about it. He's got way too much ego. Not to care about him having someone having the Dynamite diamond ring and talking about yo, I'm the new Dynamite champion. It's nah, B, I'm 2 times.
He's I'm the Dynamite diamond ring guy. He's actually six times because he's always won it from the beginning. So because the very first one was before AEW was legit. You know what I'm saying? So you win that, and then every single year. And I'm oh yeah, because we just celebrated the 5th year anniversary. So I'm okay, yeah, this would be his 7th, or this was the 7th one that just happened. So, but he tries to steal it from Bandito, and then credit to the segment to both of them. I forget what the translator's name was, because MJF with his shtick being mildly racist, coming out with a translator because Bandito is Mexican and clearly he doesn't speak English, and telling him he ain't shit and I'm gonna get the diamond ring back. And then Bandito's I speak English, cabron. And the other credit I was gonna say, 2 of the cleanest 21 plexes, especially to go back to back, as much setup as it is. You mention that all the time. You're it's an S tier move.
MJF stood there for so long.
He did, and so long, and it's just S tier move. But if it takes 15 seconds to get off, how good is it?
Yeah,
But yeah, great. And like I said, the translator, when he got hit with the diamond ring, dead.
Yeah,
hit with the 21 plex, MJF sold it like it was the Rocket hit with the stunner. So I thought that was awesome. But,
that should be a fun match too.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, it doesn't have to do with the championship, so it's just like still have your champion involved in some type of feud.
It's interesting to me that, like you said, you called it with the Dynamite Diamond ring that MJF would carry. I guess it's like, the ego. It's like he knows what the MJF, action figure looks like, and you need three things. You need the scarf, the triple B, and the ring, and then that's MJF. So, yeah, that'll be fun for sure.
Last thing on here, Swerve and Hangman over Hobbs and Hook.
This is the main event. Yep.
Yeah. Fun match. The chain stuff is just like, okay, this is just AEW just doing AEW.
He's the Hangman. Yep. That's why I like it.
But decent match. Unexpected that, again, it's like Rhea and Io.
Exactly.
You know they're not going to lose.
Absolutely not. Two of the most over
the
guys.
story doesn't really start for me until they start feuding with one another.
Exactly.
Basically. It's like, call me when they start to break up.
How much longer until, because I think you need somebody to take the titles off of who's the tag team champions right now?
Not the Bang Bang Gang. FTR.
FTR. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't need the Young Bucks to take it off of them. I was gonna say who takes it off of them, but I was like,
if Zach Perry wins the national championship and the Young Bucks win the tag team championship.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying, either way, if it's the Young Bucks that beat FTR, fine. But I was gonna say for Swerve and Hangman, they're gonna win the tag team titles at some point? Do you think?
It depends on how long they want to run with the storyline of them being together.
Yeah, exactly. How long can they coexist?
If they go throughout the year and like they start breaking up like near like November, December, okay, like World's End. Okay, yeah, they probably win the tag team championship.
We know the tag team reigns in AEW don't tend to be that long anyway. So that's why I think we can get it on them pretty quick. And like you said, get this like Hangman and Swerve part 4 going. Like when they implode after they lose the titles.
Yeah. Anything else from Dynamite?
No, that's it. We got a pretty short book of wrestling, but I crammed it in this week, so let's go.
Two on the docket for the book of wrestling.
Yep.
What do we got?
I'm gonna go with the first one because this is also like low key. This week I found out. I need to go back and like see the conclusion of this, but I labeled this as peak Roman that I forgot. This was this week, January 8th, 2021. In a bizarre turn of events on WWE SmackDown. This is, if you'll remember, still Thunderdome era. We're coming out of COVID, so this is like no audience in the crowd, but the video boards of fans. Adam Pearce won a gauntlet match for the right to face Roman Reigns for the Universal title at Royal Rumble. This was after Paul Heyman pulled some strings to get Pearce entered into the match. Reigns attacked Shinsuke Nakamura as the last survivor to get Pearce the win. Do you remember this?
No, I don't.
That's why I was like, I have to put this in here.
Yeah.
Because I watched this clip already. So in the number one contenders match, it's Shinsuke versus Adam Pearce. But the bloodline, it's like more so a segment because the bloodline, Roman and Jay are out there. They're just like intimidating Pearce as he's standing on the outside. They take out, Shinsuke, super kick, Uso splash, and they get Adam Pearce in there, and then Jay. This is when you get Roman. He's like, "Okay, what do you want me to do?" And Roman, he's like, "Oh, that's simple. We do whatever I want to do. This is my show now. You get in there and you win this match." And he gets close to Shinsuke. Jay kicks him in the face, knocks him out, and puts him on top of Shinsuke. And then they intimidate the ref into counting 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, I don't remember this match with Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns, but I had to put this in here, and we will look it up. That I'm like, because I feel like if Adam Pearce was speared by Roman, I would remember that. But yeah, I'll look into it. But
same. Yeah, I do not recall this at all.
Exactly. So I'm glad I put this in here. So
other we got on Book of Wrestling.
Yep. I got Edge earning his Rated R moniker. Also, obviously, this week, January 9th, 2006. Oh, mistake. I got it in here. It's 2026. But yeah, 2006. To celebrate winning the WWE Championship, his first title. The previous night at New Year's Revolution from John Cena, Edge and his girlfriend Lita infamously put on the live sex show on Monday Night Raw. With a bed set up in the middle of the ring, the episode went on to be one of the most watched episodes of the year. And also, this is a combined Edge, like I said, the night before they mentioned, this is when the first Money in the Bank cash in. Cena defended the title in Elimination Chamber. And then Edge comes in and cashes in. So this is the next Raw.
I would say, this is definitely the start of a newer version of Edge that we didn't see previously, coming up through the Attitude Era and the early years of the Ruthless Aggression and whatnot. So definitely send him on to like being like a legitimate main star.
11-time or 12-time world champion now. Considering all that happened in the first one was 2006. Shit, so that was like what, 10 or like 10 12 reigns in 10 years, something like that. But that's our book of wrestling for this week.
Let's go on to the last show of the week, The Boutique.
Which we watched half-handedly, but still watched.
And then we watched the highlights again to refresh ourselves. Biggest news of the week.
Jacob Fatu returning.
It's like Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Championship with the help, I guess. Well, indirect help. Jacob Fatu.
That seemed to be the sell that was indirect help.
And attacking not only Drew, but Cody Rhodes. And Drew was able to escape from the cage. Something we haven't seen in a lot, where it's like they open up the door and you can escape through the cage. So they still had a ref in the ring for you to count or like check for a submission. But they were like, you can climb over those cage, or you can go through the door, or you can lose by this match in a pin. And I kind of like that.
That's the thing I was gonna say. I don't, because I think like once again the old school blue cage, like when it's the ultimate, like there's no door, like that's what I think a cage match should be. Maybe cage match purists, but like, oh no, like I understand I understand for safety reasons for sure. Also, you don't want to have somebody have to like climb all the way over. And it does give you another wrinkle of like drama, like in the case of this, where you can have somebody standing in the way. Who's this hooded man? It's a returning Jacob Fatu, and he's off the leash now. He's all gassed. We're just beat the shit out of everybody, and then we get an inadvertent new champion. It seemed like he did it on accident, or like didn't mean for Drew.
He's a wild.
I think he's indifferent.
He's a wild werewolf. Isn't that it?
Samoan werewolf.
Well, he's wild Samoan.
Yeah, true. But I think it's also a case of like maybe he doesn't care because he just doesn't like both of them. Because Cody hit him. Well, I don't know if Cody hit him first, but Cody grabbed him and then he turned around and swung on Cody. So if Cody was like, would have let him just go to work, then he wouldn't have lost his title.
Maybe Cody was just like, "Excuse me," and he just took it the wrong way.
Pardon me, sir. Like, why you kick my opponent's ass?
He just took it the wrong way. But
I was like, man, I don't know how many 3 stages. You said 6 stages of matches, 3 stages of hell matches. I know it was pre-recorded, but I was avoiding the results.
This was pre-recorded because it was in Germany. But
but I was like, Drew's got to win it. That was my prediction.
Yeah,
whether it was like that, but I was like,
I did say it was like maybe someone could interfere.
You were right.
I saw that Jacob was apparently backstage earlier in the night, whatever, and so like that was one of the spoils that like got to me. But I didn't know he was gonna come out here. But I guess it only made sense that maybe Drew was the one that attacked him, or maybe it was Cody. Maybe we don't know exactly.
I just said it was more recent beef with Drew, though, for sure. That's why I was like, that's who he would be attacking, and that's why I made. And that's
I possibly thought was like maybe Obafemi, because apparently
that would have been dope though.
Like he had his moment with Drew costing him.
That makes a lot of sense if that was Obafemi right there.
Yeah,
because he's like, yo, I'm in the middle of whooping Cody's
ass. They try to have Mill has it that once Obafemi comes up to the main roster, they want to have him in a prominent role at WrestleMania 42.
Hell yeah!
And he's gonna be like on like.
I mean, he's a hoss, just like fucking.
It's like they booking him at the at the title scene, like main title level.
Yeah, he should be. Like I said, we looked it up. 6'5", 310. Like, come on now.
Yeah, but Drew McIntyre ends up pulling it out finally.
3-time champion, 4 times, something like that.
3 times.
3 times
because he won at COVID, and then he won
Mania
at Mania, but then lost it immediately.
Yeah,
from Damian
Priest. 3-time champion.
His longest reign.
Yeah,
maybe not a second longest.
Yeah, I'm about to say, come on now.
He he held it at WrestleMania for at least for a couple months. But yeah, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
When did Cody win it back? Because we know that's a given. Is it Mania? Rumble? You think Drew holds it for 2 weeks?
Is it only 2 weeks away?
3 weeks? It's something like that. Shit. Rumble's not. It's like in February. I want to say.
Like they do it like a mistake. Maybe that's part of like, yeah, we just keep on going with Drew's gimmick. Like, yeah, you're a multiple-time champion, but you just can't hold it forever.
31st.
So
the end of the month. So you got
that's too soon. Elimination Chamber. Yeah, elimination. So you got the title match, the contenders match.
Are they gonna have him defend it at Elimination Chamber? That'd be at Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber. I feel like somebody's gonna be challenging you, whoever wins the Royal Rumble.
Well, yeah, but that's a different thing. But that's at Mania.
You're not defending that title. If you've already been challenged by the Rumble winner, you're not defending that title at Elimination Chamber.
I mean, maybe not. I mean, they also gave Io the belt right before Mania, remember? That was after Elimination Chamber. She beat Rhea for the title. And like we got
I don't think they didn't. Charlotte won the Rumble.
Yeah.
And so she picked
Tiffany. Sure. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So Tiffany would have not had a match at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I got you. I'm with you.
But either way, shout out to Drew, finally.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, this is not a quick one, but it feels like he's built up a lot of enemies that he's probably has that as a reason.
I think really
for why he might not be able to hold this title.
I think the gamble is like what's the odds that he holds it through Mania, that he retains through Mania. That's what I'd like to see the odds on.
I mean, right now, I think you got Jacob. You definitely got Jacob and Cody fighting for this, coming after this title. Randy's coming after this title.
Sammy said he was.
Sammy, Trick.
Sure. Sammy winning at Mania is going to be a huge moment.
Possibly Elba Femi.
Mm-hmm.
They did list out on SmackDown a tournament.
Yeah, let Sammy win the Rumble, dude.
Then wasn't there qualifying matches for the Fatal 4-Way?
Oh yeah,
that's supposed to happen at Saturday Night's main event to determine who's going to face now Drew McIntyre. So
have Sammy.
There's a lot of contenders, and there's a lot of people that Drew has made beef with over the years and just over the last few months that you could say like, okay, he has a lot of reasons why people would want to take him out.
Who won the Rumble last year for men?
Jay,
Jay and Sammy back to back. Yeah, Sammy winning the title at Mania would be insane.
Well, this would be a Rumble match.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying like Sammy wins the Rumble. Yeah. But I think he might already had his big WrestleMania moment like that with. I mean, he didn't win the Rumble, but like he did beat Gunther at Mania, and that was huge. So with great story on top of that going into it. But for the mids, Carmelo continuing his reign with Shinsuke challenging this week.
Yeah, great match.
Yeah, good to see Shinsuke.
Disappointed again, like kind of Johnny Gargano. It's like, damn, you're just not gonna win these titles.
No. I mean, but
you're gonna give us a great match, but you're just not gonna win these titles
like,
matches when you're in these title matches.
I don't know if he's in his like victory lap, like and I mean he's also older too. I think he's in his mid 40s, Shinsuke. So it's like we know he's on his back legs. I don't know how much longer he's got, but yeah, I mean clean match, good as you're gonna get for the weekly title reign, or weekly title defense for the U.S. title. So yeah, we got also Jordan Grace's graduation, her first match, where she took on Alba Fire, and man, you see why Alba Fire's on the roster because she just once again kind of like Lyra, just such a good worker, like just makes everything look so good and devastating.
Jordan Grace looking good on her debut, and then she had a little moment with Jade afterwards as she was walking back up the ramp.
I was trying to figure out how to like make Jade my champion of the week, of like figuring out like some type of bully quote or something. I was like, yo, why is she so mean? But I like it as a character. Like, she should be like that.
You like because she's like, yeah, you think
she's badass.
Good,
like, yeah,
I'm just gonna.
She was like, talking about because she had to let Chelsea know, talking about she the best, women's champion in North America. Like, she like, what? Bitch, I'm right here. Like,
mids, not mid, shake. You have two of one. We both agree on one of them, and that's Julia defending her title successfully against Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
Via a little interference, a little.
Yeah.
Some people say interference.
Significant.
Some saying maybe Lash was just trying to give Alexa, a boost. So she can, hit a super kind of, what's it? Not Alexa Driver, but
Twisted Bliss.
Yeah.
But yeah, pushing her down off of the top when she's up there. And
that's how you choose to see it, but sure.
Yes, I mean, that's the way that it looked to me. But yeah, just immediately from that into a Northern Lights bomb. Which once again, I'm like, you already got the Kiana James like aspect of it. I'm like, damn, I feel like her 2K rating went down in this. Because I'm like, you're not even a good enough manager to like have like the basic like interference points. Like,
yeah.
So your person can get over.
Distraction at the ref. Like,
yeah, well. Either way. I mean, Lash also just debuted too. So it's like for her to have more impact than you, I mean, 2K wise, I mean, not real life, but you're gonna go down at least a point this week for me. But
that's a little harsh.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, it's a quality match. I just didn't think that again.
If anything,
the reason I have a shake is more is just predictability.
Yeah. No, like I said, it's Kiana James.
And I wish Julia could have won it without the interference.
Yeah.
But
no, I was saying Kiana James goes down. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, I wanted Julia to win this without the interference, but I get it because Alexa Bliss is such an established star. It's just like, all right, kind of also want to protect Alexa. Alexa could take this L.
And we already protected her by saying that Charlotte was out sick because, we got a little clip of, Alexa calling Charlotte and saying that, she hoped that she felt better and stuff. So,
yeah.
You knew that the numbers were against her immediately going into the match also. The last shake that I had, though, was I like this segment, was I called it the DIY and Fraxium beef continuing because they neither one of them got the titles, but I'm glad that they just still don't like each other, that we get an interview moment with Fraxium, or who we believe is Fraxium, and Nathan Frazier's doing the talking. And right when we're done, Axiom decides to beat the shit out of his partner, and we're like, what the hell is happening? And then we see, he lifts the mask and it's Johnny Gargano under the mask, and the real Axiom comes running up, to save his partner. And he's like, hey, what the fuck? Like, so I just like that, just to be petty and just to kick your ass for this week. Like, we didn't even have a match, but like, just to beat your ass. Like, because I don't fuck with you. I was like, yeah, I like that. So that's all I had from the boutique.
Same. The reign of Drew McIntyre begins.
Yeah.
And I'll be curious to see how it, carry SmackDown for the next few months, hopefully months.
Yeah.
Let's get to our champions of the week and close the show out. We have one each this week. I'll start with mine, and this kind of harkens back to the Obafemi defeating Leon Slater and retaining his NXT championship and then vacating it afterwards. But Aaron Rodgers, quote, all my fucking life, I still own you. And that's exactly to what you were talking about earlier, the WWE TNA relationship. They are never winning a title. No. That was such a squash match of like Leon Slater is a great talent. Yes, there's a size advantage and everything that Obafemi has and whatnot. He had no chance.
He was
absolutely no. That was a squash match of a championship.
Yeah, he is a premier marquee feature of an entire company. Yeah, and he just got destroyed.
I mean, I wonder if that was Mike Santana, if he would have done the same. I doubt it, just because Mike Santana's a bigger guy. But and again, maybe you're just trying to put over why he was able to just drop the belt and vacate it right afterwards. But again, it gives you no hope that you're not even winning the North American Championship, men or women. Yeah. You're not winning a tag team championship. You're not winning a speed title.
This is the moment you just realize you're just saying it now. Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. Yeah.
We already knew it was going to be one-sided, but we didn't think it was going to be like they are pretty much going to be 0-35 on title shots.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But
so that's my champion. It's WWE just continues like, I own you.
Yeah. My champion of the week is the other big headline, and this is a different Dominic Toretto, but this is the Dominic Toretto. Don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning to Drew McIntyre. Because, he's like, I don't care Jacob Fatu beat my ass. He's like, I got the title, Cody, and I told you I was going to fucking take it. Yep. However that happens, it happened. I won. So, hey, he's sleeping, with his hot wife in his big house, and he's sexy, and he's probably fucking with the championship belt on because we know that's tradition. So, congratulations to Drew. He's champion of the week, new champion of the week.
Sure.
So,
biggest winner of the week.
Yeah, for sure. But that was this episode 59 or 79. Excuse me. I tried to set us back 20 episodes. Nope. But yeah, thank you for joining us. This was the Wrestling Re-Up podcast. Well, no bias to like the offensive linemen, but it's going to be so much easier.
Yeah, hey, we're going to find wide receiver numbers, man. We got through
and defensive linemen after that. So
we got through the linemen of the 60s and the 70s. And
no offense to them. But
80s and 90s is going to be good.
Yeah, there we go. These are the known stat getters.
Yeah,
so
we're going to have to figure out what happens after 100, but
yeah. We can just do like
the first two are definitely the Dalmatians. Like,
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But yeah, take us out, man.
I already did.
That's it. You can see the social medias.
I know, but y'all can follow us here on the social and like, comment, and subscribe here at the Wrestling Re-Up.
And we'll catch y'all next week for episode 80. Peace, y'all.